today on the latest with Maya, I am very excited to be having a conversation with dancer, singer, and social media personality, Montana Tucker.
Woo!
Montana, thank you so much for calling in. I'm so excited to be talking with you.
I'm the one that's excited, so thank you.
Yeah, so let's get started. My first question for you is, what is your process for creating content?
Ooh, my process for creating content is honestly different every single time. It depends on if I'm creating the content by myself or if I have a collaborator, or sometimes just a song inspires me and I'm like, oh, I want to do a dance to this, or I'll want to recreate the music video, or I'll see a movie and there's like a fun scene in that. I'm like, oh, I want to recreate that scene. But I just love creating so much. So I get inspiration from so many different things. And I think that's what's so cool about social media is you can kind of do whatever, whatever you want to put out there, you have the opportunity to do it. So I've been always trying different things and seeing what my audience likes and just trying to keep being creative and keep just keep creating. So every day is the process is different.
Oh, cool. Um, so what do you find to be the biggest challenge to continuously and consistently creating?
Yeah, I mean, I think that in any industry, there's like a point when you're working so much and when you're constantly doing anything, you get a sense of like a burnout. Um, I just feel like I love creating so much. So for me, it's like I never get tired of it or wish I was doing something else because I love it so much. But with social media, it's hard because sometimes you'll make a video and you're like, this video is amazing. It's gonna do so well. This is one of my best videos. And then for some reason it doesn't get the views that you would think it would be getting. Or you'll do a video that's really silly that maybe takes no time and effort and you kind of just post it just because, and then for some reason that video is the one that does really well. So I think it's hard to not be hard on yourself with social media. I think it's so easy to compare yourself to others and say, okay, why is this video doing well or this one not doing well? But what I say is that I'm doing this for myself also, not for the views. I'm doing it because I'm passionate about it. And if one person sees the video, great. If 1 million people see the video, great, because I'm doing it because I love it and I posted that video because I was proud of it and I wanted to post it. But it definitely sometimes gets hard to, every day to produce content and stay creative and stay on top of the trends and on top of everything. So as long as you're passionate about it, I think that's what keeps you going, keeps your creativity flowing, and collaboration. I say collaboration. For me, collaborating with different dancers and singers and actors and artists, that keeps my creativity flowing for sure.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. So I just finished my show at Seacrest Studios, and thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And while I was there, I interviewed Adam Rose.
Ah,
And yeah, and he was so much fun to talk with. And I was wondering how your collaboration with him came about.
Adam is awesome. He's definitely one of my favorites to collaborate with. We've created so many fun videos. He's just the nicest guy, and every time we're together, it's so much fun to create with him. We've done videos like in the middle of Hollywood Boulevard where Adam is like before used to just filming like in his house. And I think like I was like his first like public dance video. And so he was like, for me, I film videos in all kinds of crazy places. So now I'm like used to just being super awkward and uncomfortable, like doing this stuff. But I think like I was like Alex, like I was like Adam's first public video. And we literally were dancing in the street of Hollywood Boulevard. So that one was really fun and interesting. And since then we've done just like so many different fun concepts and videos. And I don't remember like how our initial collab came about. It was definitely from Instagram, but I don't know who DM'd first about doing a collaboration, but it's been so fun. It's been like a few years now, I feel like I've known Adam. And he's crushing it. He does so well. I'm so happy for him.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, when yeah, when I remember when I interviewed him, and he was just so sweet, and yeah. Um, so what small things bring you joy on a daily basis?
Ooh, I am like so about the small things. The smallest things make me the happiest, I swear. Like the silliest, smallest things where my friends and family like make fun of me for it because I'm just like, I get like so excited and so happy over small little things.
Yeah.
Um, I would say sunshine makes me really happy. Being outdoors, being in nature makes me really happy. Um, Making other people happy makes me happy. When I'm having a bad day ever, and if I like get a message from somebody saying like, "Thank you for posting this today. You really made my whole day. I was having a bad day, and then I saw your video and it cheered me up." Um, that will immediately take me out of my bad mood immediately. Um, I would say working out for me, I always my whole life, like because I was in the entertainment industry, like always had to be stay in shape and to be fit. And when I was younger, I like associated that with more like work. And now I associate being active and working out like for my mental health. It makes me feel so good when I do some form of exercise. It lets me clear my head and just like just I don't know, after a workout, I just feel so great no matter what I'm dealing with. It's like my 1 hour to myself and doing something for myself. And tennis. I used to play tennis when I was younger, and now I started playing tennis again. Do you play?
I don't.
Oh
But
my god, you should try it. It's so fun. It's such a good workout, and it's just like
cool.
it's really good that for me, like with having a million things going on, it's like an hour where I really have to focus. Like you can't really think about other things when you're playing tennis, or you'll literally get hit with the ball. So you have to like focus, and for me, that brings me joy. Like these little things. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, yeah, I know
What
for
brings you joy? What brings you joy?
well, this, like, getting able or sorry, I'm messing up all my sentences today, but,
No, you're
like,
perfect.
thanks, like, being able to talk with you and, have connect, um, and I think that's one of the biggest things that, uh brings me joy. And then like I also think like exercise like just makes me uh uh like feel better and makes me happy. And I also get like really happy like just when I'm really into a show, just watching that, like just that makes
Ooh.
me so happy. Like I remember when I was watching Teen Wolf,
Oh yeah.
I started watching that, I think it was like 2021. It was like the end of after I think it was after I finished radiation, and it was like because I wasn't feeling well and couldn't really do anything, like watching that was what like I looked forward to every day. So
That's amazing. You are incredible. I know I've told you that already, but you are so incredible.
thank you. That means a lot. Thank you.
Sure.
Um, so if you had a warning label, what would yours say?
Ooh. Warning, extremely emotional and sensitive. Yep. Yep. That would be pretty much it. Definitely.
Yeah, I think mine would probably be like prone to anxiety. Don't overload, don't overwhelm.
That'd be on mine too. I
Yeah,
definitely have a list of others I'd probably list as
yeah.
well.
Yeah.
We all have our warning labels. We all have
Yeah.
them, trust me.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, so what food reminds you most of your childhood?
Ooh, um, a couple things. I would say my mom used to make this like chicken, pecan encrusted chicken. She wasn't a big cook, but she would make that, and that has like moved on to my adult life, and now I try to make it, and I love it. It's pecan encrusted chicken, um, and matzo ball soup. I loved matzo ball soup from all the Jewish holidays growing up, and then
Yeah.
now I like it's weird. Now I get random cravings for it, and I'm always like, I need matzo ball soup, and I'll randomly order matzo ball
Oh,
soup.
yeah.
But it definitely reminds me of my childhood.
Yeah. Yeah, my mom makes the best matzo ball soup, so I'm always so
Ooh,
excited when she makes it.
so good. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh, matzo ball soup is just the best.
yeah, it is. Yeah. So how do you keep yourself motivated to create even on days when you aren't fully feeling it?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely have those days a lot, where again, we all go through personal things and just life happens to all of us. And some days you're just like, ah.
Mm.
And for me, it's mostly like some days I just don't want to like get ready. Like getting ready for me sometimes is like, I just want to like, if I'm going through something, like sometimes I don't want to like put makeup on and have to like be so bubbly and act like everything's okay. But what keeps me going is like once I do it, like it's more like the getting ready process that I like dread when I'm feeling like that. But then once I'm ready and I'm doing it because I love it so much, like when I'm dancing, I swear I like transform into a different person, or like when I perform on stage. It's really strange how like when I get on stage, I swear I'm a different person. Like this other side of me comes out and it's like there's nothing else in the world like I'd rather be doing, or I'd rather like even when I film my videos, um, it's like I don't know, it's just like inside of me. It's like all I want to do. So whenever I'm having those days, once I'm actually doing the thing that I need to do, and I like I don't know, I feel so much better. But it's definitely the act of getting ready and like getting out of bed and putting the makeup on and getting the outfit and all that stuff that I'm like, oh, I wish I didn't have to do this. But once I'm doing it, I'm like, I'm so happy and thankful. And it's really cool that I don't know, like all the things that I've been doing lately and things in my career. I'm just so grateful for every single moment. And those days that I'm not feeling it, I'm like, I'm thankful to be here, so I need to make sure that I'm up and at it.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah. So um if you had a day to yourself, uh, what would it look like? Like, where would you go and what would you do?
Ooh. So I probably sound a little repetitive, but I would definitely wake up and do like a fun workout. I love Pilates, so I'd probably get up and do Pilates. It depends on where I am. Like if I'm in LA, I would love to like go on a nice hike if possible, or go to the beach in LA. I stay close to the beach, so maybe go on like a bike ride or go to the beach and take a nice walk. Um, I'd probably have like a really nice, yummy breakfast or lunch. And then yeah, it really depends on where I am. Like if I'm like in Florida, I would be with my nieces and go with my family. If I'm in LA, um, if it doesn't involve work, it would definitely just be like being outdoors as much as I can, as much as possible. Um, I love to eat and I love to stay active. So I'd be probably doing that all day. I'd be like
Yeah.
staying active and then eat like a really amazing meal. And yeah, and then probably end the day with like watching a million hours of Netflix or TV and just being on my couch relaxing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Is there like a show that you're currently binge watching or
I actually need a new show. So if you have any recommendations, please let me know
Okay.
because I feel like I'm slacking.
Okay, I'm trying to think of shows. Oh, I right now I am okay, I'm like going kind of back and forth with shows because I'm watching
Okay.
Grimm, um, and then I'm watching the final season of High School Musical, the series.
Yes. Oh my God.
Uh,
I've done a few High School Musical videos. I don't know if you've seen them, where I've
I
like
have.
recreated some of the scenes. Okay. I love High School Musical.
Yeah, me too.
Those are good ones. Those are good ones.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I just started watching a show called The Tomorrow People. Um,
Hmm.
so I'm going back
Never
and
heard of it.
forth.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, I just recently found it. It was only on for one season, so I'm very uh sad that
I get
there's
upset
not.
when I really like a show and there's one season. I'm like, this is not
Yeah,
fair. I need to know what happens.
me too. Yeah. Me too. Yeah, so I'm watching that one slowly because I'm so into it and I don't want it to end. So
Yeah.
yeah. Um, so and then I'm watching with my mom, I'm watching the new season of Only Murders in the Building.
Ooh, I heard that's good.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
With
so
that's with Selena Gomez, right?
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch that. I've heard a lot of things about that one.
yeah, it's so good. I love that show.
Okay. I'm gonna watch it and I'll report back to you.
Okay. Yes, please. Yeah. Um, so if you had to pick any character in a book, movie, or TV show who is most similar to you, who would you choose and why?
Ooh, that's hard. In a book or a movie
Yeah, or a show.
or a show. Ooh, that's such a hard one. Um, okay, I think like I would like wish I was um like Allie from The Notebook because like who doesn't want that kind of love? I would like wish that was me.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I feel like I have characters that like I wish I was. Like I wish I was Baby in Dirty Dancing. That's one of my favorite
Yeah.
movies. Um,
Yeah.
I don't really want to say I wish I was Rose in Titanic because the ending is just so sad.
Yeah.
But for like the happy parts of it, yeah. But
Yeah.
that's also one of my favorite movies. I feel like any like love story, I'm like, oh, I wish that was my life.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah,
Yeah.
I can't think of one that like it would be most similar to me right now. I'll have to get back to you on that.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, actually, yeah, with like love stories, there's certain characters that I just look at like I want their love story.
I
Um,
think all of us girls, I think we're all in the same
yeah,
boat when we watch that. Trust
yeah,
me.
yeah. Like The Flash is one of my all-time favorite shows, and
Mhm.
I just want Barry and Iris's love story
Oh
because
yeah.
it's so
Oh yeah.
sweet.
Oh yeah. There's nothing like a good love story.
Yeah. Um, so you are the granddaughter of a Holocaust survivor and have been very vocal about anti-Semitism, and you released TikTok reels titled How to Never Forget. Were you surprised by how many views these received, and why is it important to you to use your platform to spread awareness?
Yeah, so basically I grew up with both my grandparents being Holocaust survivors, I heard their stories my whole life. Um, I always knew that I wanted to do something, but I wasn't sure what it was. And when I went on the journey of filming this series and before even releasing it, to be honest, I thought it was going to do really bad. I actually thought because everyone follows me to see me be happy and dance and sing, and like no one's following me for anything to do with the Holocaust, especially something so dark and like was such a controversial topic. I was like, especially with how the algorithms go and all these things on social media, I was like, it's not going to do well. People are going to unfollow me. Like, I already had that in mind, but I was like, you know what? If it can impact one person's life, like, this is so important for people to hear and see. And this is not just like a movie. This is something that is like, that like really happened. And this has happened to my grandparents, my entire mom's side of the family. And this is like really important for people to know. And that's why like the way we edited it with like barely any color. It's not bright at all. It's very raw. It's very real. There's no like flashiness like all my other videos. And so I just really wanted people to feel like they were there with me and people to really like understand this because there's so much denial and there's so many people that just genuinely don't know. Like they're genuinely not being taught it or they just don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I put it up online. I was like, okay, if we impact one person, great. And then it just took off in this way that I didn't expect. I don't think any of us ever expected, honestly. And I'm just, it's really sad that everything is still happening in this world and it's getting worse with anti-Semitism. But I'm really grateful that my series has made such a big impact and is making such a big impact. In November, it'll be a year of when I released it,
Yeah.
which is crazy. And this past year has been the most insane year of my life, truly.
Mm.
And I mean, the opportunities that have come from this and just the impact that it's making, truly. Like I'm going to schools, I'm speaking at schools and really impacting middle schoolers, high schoolers. Um, the Jewish community was so grateful that I posted this and I did this, but then the non-Jewish community shared the series and they said, thank you for posting this. I really didn't know a lot of this. Thank you. So it's really amazing to see the impact. And it's like I almost feel like I'm just getting started. Like there's so much more in that
Yeah.
space. And it's not just about combating anti-Semitism, it's combating all forms of hate
Mm.
for any race, religion, sexual preference. It's really treating people equally based off if you're a good person or bad person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No
Yeah.
matter where you come from, what you look like, it's all about if you're a good person or a bad person. Hopefully, there are more good people.
Yeah. Yeah, that's incredible. And I just want to say that as a young Jewish woman, I want to say thank you for releasing those and because they're so powerful and it's so important to um because of all the anti-Semitism out there to release it. And so thank you.
Thank you.
Um, so, who do you most admire, and how has that impacted the way you live your life?
So I would say my grandparents and my mom. My grandparents being that, of course, they're Holocaust survivors. They came to the US with absolutely nothing, with no family, no money. They experienced the ultimate form of hate, yet they became the most loving human beings ever.
Yeah.
And they just showered me with love my entire life. And, I've always was extremely, extremely close to them and they just showed me the definition of never giving up. Um, and I think that's why, one of the main reason why I feel like where I am today is because I never accepted no for an answer. I feel like in my career, I've been told no so many times and no matter what, no matter how upset I would get over those no's, I would never give up and I would always keep going. Um, that also I've dealt with a lot of things in my family and just a lot of different things in life. And I feel like I've always learned to be really strong from them. Same with my mom, because they were her parents. She definitely grew up with that mentality and, really thankful to her for passing that along to me of just never giving up. And also I feel like why, I've always been so inclusive with all of my content, even before I did my series, of really treating everyone equally. And it's just so, to me, it's so powerful that my grandparents had that mentality after literally being hated on, watch their family get killed right in front of them just because of their religion and because of the way they were born, that they really were just so loving and treated people with so much love and kindness. And so I'm really, really grateful to them and to my mom for just always inspiring me and never giving up.
Oh, I love that.
Thank you.
Yeah. So what do you wish people better understood about you?
Oh, about me. Um, I think social media, it's so easy to make judgments on people based on their social media. I think it's just a natural, like, human instinct. You see what somebody posts online, you think that's all they are.
Yeah.
Um, but I think even with releasing my series and some of the content I've been posting lately, I feel like I've been really authentically myself. And I think more people are learning more about me and seeing that I'm not just a dancer, just a singer, like just posting, these videos. Um, and I'm really grateful for that because I feel like people really are getting to know me more, and I just love meeting people in person too because I get to talk to them, and like that's my one of my favorite things too. I guess that brings me joy too of meeting new people and getting to really just like interact with people because um I think it's so easy to make judgments of people based off of what you just like see versus like actually getting to know them and actually getting to talk to them. Um, but I don't know. I feel like I'm a kind of an open book, so I feel like I hope that people feel like they get to know me more and more as I post because I really am really authentic on my social media accounts, and I hope people see that. And I hope I can continue to just share more about myself and get to my dream is to go on a world tour and meet everyone in person and hug everyone in person. So hopefully that happens.
That's amazing. Yeah. Um,
Thank you.
yeah. Um, so I love inspiring or motivational quotes. And this week, the quote that spoke to me is from one of my favorite shows, The Flash. Um, and it's, we can never learn to fly without crashing a few times.
I
Um,
love that.
yeah. Is there a quote that has always inspired you?
I love that one. That's a really good one. My favorite quote that I feel like is extremely basic but extremely effective is everything happens for a reason.
Mm.
I It's like whenever I'm in my like hardest times in my life, like I feel like what really really keeps me going is knowing that there is a reason that this is happening because every time I get out of it, I always look back on those moments and I'm like this is why this had to happen. And I know it's so hard that when you're like dealing with something, you're like, why is this happening to me? What did I do to deserve this? Like, why is this happening? But there is always a bigger reason. And life gives you things, only things that you can handle. And if you're going through something, it's because you can handle it and you're going to come out so much better. And so many amazing things are going to happen from that. And so I just believe that whatever you're going through, there is a purpose and there is a reason, and you will get through it and come out on the other side and look back and say, this made me stronger. This created this person that I am today. So everything happens for a reason.
Oh, I love that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Um, Thank you so much for joining me today, Montana. I loved our conversation and I can't wait to see what you do next.
Thank you so much. And I hope to meet you in person because I want to give you a big hug because I'm literally your fan. So you're
Oh,
amazing.
oh, thank you. I want to give you a big hug.
We'll give a virtual hug.
Yeah, so we can meet in person.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, and that's a wrap on this edition of The Latest with Maya.
Yay!
You.